What's up? It's your boy, Shampoo Master, your famous internet nobody. And today we are doing another decklist video. I have so many brewing up since I've been gone, so here's another one. This one's really cool because I won a tournament with it. Or won a local. We'll clarify that. Awesome deck list. I've had a blast playing it. But it is red-white Suletta Zala. It's a cool deck. I've figured I was like, I like Suletta a lot. I think Ather and Zala is the coolest card ever. So I was like, let's make a deck with them, see what I can make with it. But it has some things that are weird about it, but overall, super fun deck. I would recommend it. I think it can be tweaked a lot, but I'll go over it once we get to the deck list. But speaking of it, let's get to it. Woo! Okay, so let's start off with the boring part of the deck. I play the generic blockers. I play 4 Elfrifs, and I play 3 Rick Diaz. I know. All right, we've all heard it. Like I said, you either lose to them or you adapt to it. By adapting, I do if you can't beat them, join them. So I play 4 Elfrif, 3 Rick Diaz. Solid units. They help you survive to late game. That's like the only reason I play a lot of the blockers in my red-white decks is just to survive early game. Because like aggro just shits on you if you don't have them early game. But these are really crucial for early game. This is the best card we can get. You always want to get one of these in your hand at the start of the game. This and a Overflowing Affection is just the best hand you can get. And on top of that, if you get like the other card, I'll show off later. But yeah, for right now, this is a good start. This is your good opening hand card. Always want to see it in your hand, and it's awesome. Literally, like, not much to talk about. Like, we've seen the fucking card 1,000 times. Next up, I play 2 Michaelis, or Michaelis, however you say his fucking name. I played 2 of them. So since we play Suletta in this deck, I like Michaelis because he at least like lets you get early aggression going, or at least get like clear units early on if you have a Suletta in hand. Just like makes her useful early game because most of our Suletta links don't happen till like turn 6 or turn 7. So with Suletta, you just attach it to him and just go to town. Especially if Michaelis gets the 4 commands in trash, which we play a shitload of commands. He just becomes a gigantic. He becomes a 5/6 at level 3. Like it's just like this is insane stats for what he does. I actually won a game because I hardcore snowballed with this somehow. I just like burping up a storm. Apologies. I played Michaelis and I put Suletta on him, and he survived for 4 turns because I kept attacking, and then I'd have a resource up, and then I'd just use Unforeseen Incident or Iron Fisted Discipline. So he lived forever. He got so much value and cleared the board over and over again. Especially with Suletta, you get to reset a resource, so you'll always have an Unforeseen Incident play behind him if you do have Suletta on him. Just awesome unit, great stats, and one of my favorite units in the game, honestly. Next up, we play 4 Gundam, Aegis Gundam MA mode. I love this card. This is like my favorite red card early game. I don't know what it is. He's so simple. He's such a simple card where it's just Breach 3, and it's a 4/3, and if you attach Atherin on it, it gets to attack anything level 5 or lower. Awesome. Love him. He just helps early game, lets you clear the board efficiently. And oh my god, against blockers, this guy's a goddamn menace, alright? I won games. I've been playing Mobile Arena online, whatever the fuck it's called. And since you play against a shitload of blockers nowadays, he's like the perfect counter to it because he trades efficiently into them. And he goes 2 for 1 with them and breaches 3. So you get early game pressure and you get to just like destroy a whole bunch of blockers early game. There was a board my opponent had set up. He had like 2 Elfrifs, 2 Rick Diaz, but no base. And me having Aegis Gundam MA mode, just like he didn't want to block because I was going to keep getting like poke damage off of it. And he just lost the game from me just keeping it. Like this thing attacked 4 times in 4 turns. It was crazy. Honestly, my opponent's probably playing bad, but overall, like, it's just situations like that where your opponent really doesn't want to block with their units at all. But absolutely love this card. My favorite card. I will say for a change for this is one of my changes for, I was talking about in the intro. You can change the Aegis Gundam MA mode to the other version of Aegis Gundam. The reason for that is because since everything is so blocker heavy right now, you need to have a good late game. So if you have Aegis Gundam, Jesus Christ, I'm mumbling with this. Aegis Gundam, the other version, you can start doing like 3 damage to the high cost units, level 5 or higher, which is crazy. So you'll start just like clearing or doing like a whole bunch of damage. It clears like almost any unit of attacks into it that's a level 5 or higher, except like Wing Gundam Zero, which is like absurd. It literally almost kills it. It's 1 damage off. If because you can attack into it for 5 with Atherin on it, and you can ping for 3 on that same unit. It's crazy. Definitely would recommend switching it over if you want to have a better late game against like very controlly decks. But Aegis Gundam mode. So the reason this isn't as good as the MA mode for this is because late game he kind of falls off because he's just a 3/4 breach 3. It's good early game because you get the clear and EX base and get chip damage, but when it gets to late game, your opponent always has a base up, and everything is way bigger than this card towards the late game. So he kind of just sits there and just looks at you. But still, love this card. I would definitely recommend taking out 2 of these and put it in 2 Aegis mode regular version. I'll probably put it on the screen. Next up, we skip over level 5, and I'll talk about that in a second, but we go straight to level 6, and we play 4, Gundam Aerial Rebuild. Card's awesome. One of the coolest cards in the game right now, in my opinion. Just absolutely solid card. You get to recycle all your commands. Just is a 6/6 with Suletta on it. And what's even crazier, it's Durin pair. It's so just like, and that's another thing I forgot to mention if you're using the Aegis Gundam. You can just attach any pilot on that one. As long as it's over 5 attack, it gets his effect. So it just is a very generic card that you can easily just give +1 attack, which all our cards do in this deck. And it gets to use its ability. So with her, you just recycle all your commands. And honestly, like, it's really cool because you get to it's a 6/6 body, big body. You get to reset a resource. You get to keep an unforeseen play going after. Or you can just, if you're at like level 7 in attack with this, you have a close combat play, which is, that card's awesome. I love that card in this deck, and I'll talk about it more when we get to it. But, yep, the main character of the deck, honestly. But love her. Absolutely phenomenal unit. I will say 4 is a little much, I think. Because, like, if you just draw her, she's just a 5/4, which isn't that crazy. But I would probably take 1 off and then put the 5/4 version of Gundam Aerial. You can play one of them because you don't have any level 5s in this deck, so that can fill in your level 5 spot if you want to use them. But also, this makes it so you consistently are able to recycle stuff in your trash, which is very crucial for a lot of games. But enough about that one. Let's talk about the big lady. We play 3, Gundam Aerial Rebuild, the big version. High maneuverability, and since we play so many commands, the Durin pair effect will happen as soon as you get to level 7. So you'll always have that effect. Just an absolute awesome unit. What you do with it is your closer. It's your closer unit. Your opponent is like, oh, finally, I stabilized. Let me summon all these blockers, do all the annoying bullshit they usually do. You say, cool, anyways, Gundam Aerial Rebuild. All right, good luck, have fun. You better have an answer to this or else you just fucking lose. So many games I've won off of this card. It's insane. Just like I said, just a finisher. You get the reset with Suletta, so you still get your unforeseen incident plays. And even then, you don't even need to have Suletta. You can put Atherin on this or Iron Fisted Discipline, and it still is able to block and have high maneuverability. It's just insane. It's just the best of both worlds. And our last big body for the deck, we play my favorite card in the game, Justice Gundam. Don't really give this card an introduction. This card is insane stats for what it does. And honestly, I like it more for the aggressive plays because it's just like your opponent's never ready for 2 cards to attack immediately. They're just never ready. And so a lot of times you'll have game by just doing like, you summon a regular one, don't do anything with it, and then you have another one with Atherin attached to it. That's 4 cards that are attacking that turn. That's insane. And that's like 4 life immediately gone. Your opponent just like either has to have blockers to deal with it, or something else like a base that comes up in shields that stops you from doing it, which can be annoying. But overall, this card is just phenomenal. I just forget. I feel so stupid. I always forget this card doesn't have high maneuverability. Every time I attack with it, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna attack for free, and I'm like, my opponent's like, block it. I'm like, oh yeah, oops. But yeah, awesome card, a big boy of the deck, and the reason we play Atherin Zala is because of this card. Just absolute Chad. Overall, just aggressive unit. Like pretty much, like these will just win you games just towards the late game. That's why we try to get to it as best and efficiently as we can. So we just get to this, and then the opponent just instantly loses. And if they don't lose, they have to somehow clear this 6/7 that 6/7, 6/7 or a 2/2 blocker, and then they have to somehow deal with Suletta. That could be a 6/7. Jesus Christ, and just attack into life, or like they have to pretty much clear 6/7 in stats for both of these somehow, and deal with a blocker. Like it's a big task for the opponent to deal with, but sometimes they will be able to do it. But most of the time, they'll have to trade so many resources just to clear these big boys. But next up, enough about Justice. Let's talk about the pilots. So we play 4 Sulettas, because why wouldn't we? Absolutely phenomenal card, no complaints. The plays she lets you do because she resets a resource is insane. Like, you get to do so much bullshit all the time because she pretty much, like, technically is a ramp. She isn't ramp, but it's ramp in a way where it's like you get to play with, like, instead of playing with 6 resources this turn, you get to play with 7 resources. It's just so much crazy shit you can do with her. And I think she's the trickiest card in the deck to play because you gotta know when you want to pair her and when you don't want to pair her. But once you get like this on a Suletta on a regular unit and then Suletta on a like aerial rebuild, dude, resetting 2 resources is crazy. You get to do so much bullshit with it. It's like a lot of our cards in our deck are 2 costs, so you can just like attack with two paired Suletta units, and then you get to just use a command, any of the 2 commands you have. Or 2 cost commands you have. It's insane. Card is just the MVP of the deck. But the other MVP of the deck is Atherin Zala. Awesome card. Love him. One of my favorite pilots. Oh, look at my 2 winners pack. I'm sorry, I'm mumbling over here. But yeah, this card's just awesome. You pair it with Aegis, you pair it with Justice, and you get to just go to town. Especially against aggro decks, this card is fucking insane because you get to target active enemy units at level 5 or lower, which is all of aggro's units. So you'll just clear that shit for free. Especially with like what Aether does, he gives them all big booties, so you can attack with this 6/7 stat or this 4/6 stat. Just insane value for what he does. And just like the weird part is a lot of the cards we play just give you +1/+2. So anything you put a pilot on is going to get a big booty in the end, which is insane. You can use this to avoid, like, you put this on Gundam Elfrith, it avoids Armro. Pretty much everything else avoids Armro except Rick Diaz. But overall, like, yeah, you put a pilot on something, it's going to avoid Armro, which is insane to say. Which is the best card in the game, obviously. Next up, I play for commands 2 Choo-Choos. I played Choo-Choo just because it's another version of Unforeseen Incident. So you just do her. I actually had some sick plays with her. So I did I was playing against an opponent. He attacked into my unit with a 3/3, and I used Choo-Choo on it. I'm going to call this Choo-Choo. I'm not going to call it Iron Fisted Discipline or Chancery Pan Lunch. I'm not saying it. I'm just not. So my opponent attacked into me with a 3/3 into my Rick Diaz. I said, cool. I'm going to use Choo-Choo on it. You -2 attack. You take 1 damage. My opponent was like, oh, lit. All right. Let me attack into my 2/2, my 2 attack, 2 HP card. Just to clear the Rick Diaz. I said, cool. Over Unforeseen Incident. And just cooked him. Just like the bait you can do with Choo-Choo is insane. And with Unforeseen Incident, you get to just do extra dirty plays. And just being able to recycle all these fucked up cards that are really annoying to deal with on action is just so much fun. Absolutely the best part of the deck. But next up, we play the broken card of the game. We play for Overflowing Affections. I don't really need to talk about this. Good ass card. It powers up your Gundam aerial rebuilds and it powers up your Michaelis's. Like I remember the game the game I won at the tournament that made me that was the last game. I got all 4 of them, and Michaelis was online by turn 3. It was insane, like absolutely absurd shit you can do. Because like think about it, if you use Overflowing Affection, draw 2, discard a command, and you get another Overflowing Affection, do it again, discard a command. You're at 4 commands already. Michaelis then comes out as a 4/4 for 2 at level 3. Insane. But yep, not much to talk about. Always discard your commands for the most part, especially since we play 4 Gundam area rebuilds. You're gonna get them back sooner or later. And remember, you don't have to put Suletta on this. You can just put Choo Choo on it, Athra and Zala on it. Doesn't matter. You're gonna get your card back. Next up for our cards, our commands. We have 2 close combats. So close combat's awesome in the way that like targets anything. It's fucking generic, and the best part about it, honestly, is if you go first. This is a very good go first card just because like your opponent summons a Zaku 2, a 3 that attacks for 3 attack. Okay, cool. You use your close combat on turn 2 to kill it. You don't take any damage, and now your opponent's kind of fucked because they summoned like a whole bunch of other 2/2s behind him, thinking he was going to break shields. But now he doesn't. It's great. It's a defensive card. Even if you get in the trash, or get it in your shields. I said this before in the last video. I don't know why I keep saying trash. You have this in your shields, you get to kill something if it's against aggro. So awesome card, no complaints. A play I wanted to talk about is, say if you go first, if you like your hand looks like this, where you have this in your hand. So you go turn 1, do nothing. Turn 2, you have 2 resources. You're like, oh, I could just play Overflowing Affection. Don't do that. Hold on to your Overflowing Affection and just wait for your opponent to summon something and use close combat on it. What I try to do with close combat too, you want to clear something with this. You don't want to just like ping something down unless it's like a crucial moment. Like pretty much you want to get efficient trades with this or just kill a unit so you can go 1 for 1 with it. Because if you don't clear something, then you go neg, which is unfortunate for the card. But yep, for the play, just always keep your 2 resources up. Then next turn you can just play Rick Diaz on turn 3 and then play Overflowing Affection behind him. Simple things like that. It'll make your plays a lot better. And yeah, definitely just do that. Don't always rush to Overflowing Affection too. I would say only use it if you feel like you need something in your hand. Don't just do it just because fuck it, why not? Because then that's how you lose vital resources in this deck. But sometimes it is just say fuck it, do it, and then just get rid of a command. So it doesn't matter, you're going to get it later. And speaking of commands, let's go to the other command in the deck. The main command, Unforeseen Incident. Just crazy card, especially since we play so many blockers. Unforeseen Incident just becomes like an efficient trader every time. So they attack into Rick Diaz thinking they're going to clear it. Nope. Unforeseen Incident, your card dies instead. Super annoying card. Opponent's always got to be worried about it, especially since we play so many Suletta links. You're always going to have it 1 up, and then your opponent has to worry about it because at all times. So they're always sketched out by this card every time they see it. Next up, we play 3 striker packs. Card's fucking broke. All right, like this is another broken command card. Like all 4 of these are just awesome command cards. I love them all. This card is especially insane though, just because 1, you literally get a Rick Diaz for free if it hits off of shields. Think about it. You get a free Rick Diaz for no fucking reason. And you also get a Gundam Elfrith if you want to. So it's pretty much just another Elfrith. It's also a command, so it powers up Michaelis and Gundam Area Rebuild. And it's just like, you can be aggressive, summon a 4/2 and attack into life with that. It just does so much. And that's why I have 3 of them in the deck. It's pretty much what was funny. I had 4 Rick Diaz. I said, you know what, fuck it. Let me take one out and just put in another striker pack. Because it helps the deck out more if I just have another one of these. Plus, just a phenomenal defensive card too. Is just getting a free blocker. That's all this card is, and it's fucking crazy. Next up for commands, and honestly the command I might take out is All Range Attack. I will admit, I won a game solely off my opponent just summoning a shitload of 2/2s, and I said, cool, all range, GG's, shake my fucking hand. And that feels good, but the issue against it is that, like, if you're playing against aggro, it's gonna suck if you don't have the second one. Because what are you gonna do? Ping 1 damage or something? Like, it doesn't come in as often as you want it to. And overall, like, I definitely would cut this for something else. You could probably add like another Michaelis, another striker pack if you'd want. Just like, yeah, I would definitely get rid of these. Add either another command, like add another close combat, and then add something else that you'd like. But yeah, definitely the card on the chop and block out of everything in my deck. But overall, if you do like the card, play it, have fun with it. And honestly, it's such a good answer against Corsica. If they summon two Leos, you say, cool, anyways, murder those two and go on about your day. And you don't have to worry about having blockers to deal with these fucking shitty 1/1 cards. But last but not least, let's talk about the base. We play 4 bases of... Can you even see it on the camera? It's close enough. I like, it's not a good way to like put it on here. There we go. You play 4 Mine and Asteroid Palu. Just a big base. That's all we're doing. It's like with this, I try to make sure not to just like gigaloos to aggro. Like, yeah, we have a lot of good answers to aggro, but sometimes if your opponent just summons fucking like Gundam with armor, you kind of just lose and they get snowballed to death. But like if they get this off of shields, this is ridiculous. And then they're forced to attack with their Gundam first, which is really crucial for a lot of situations. As weird as you think, as much as you wouldn't expect it to come up, it comes up a lot. And so they're forced to, because usually what happens is they play Gundam Armoro, rest your Elfrith, and then they're like, oh, let me attack my little guys first and clear your Elfrith for free. If you get this off of shields, they're like, fuck, now I gotta clear the base. And then that's profitable for you because you get to like use your card, attack into something, clear something, and just get efficient trades. But yep, Mine and Field's just broken. Just like Desert Underground. I think it's Underground Desert Base. I keep saying Desert Underground Base. But yeah, Underground Desert Base. It's just that for red. It stops aggro in its tracks. There's a lot of cards attack for 5 health. So this will buy you an extra turn randomly, like just out of nowhere. So it will make you get to late game and help you out. And maybe you'll win off of it. But yeah, love the list. Your starting hand, what you want to see is, what's it called? I'll put that like, oh, almost dropped it. Your starting hand, you want to get Rick Diaz, Gundam Elfrith, Overflowing Affection, and a pilot. That's really it. Because you're going to draw into all your other shit sooner or later. But, and especially if you go in turn 1, you want to get a close combat. Because this is your only like play on turn 2. Either a close combat or an overflowing is what you want in your hand. Because these will probably show up sooner or later, but like, you need this to defend yourself. So it will help you search for your Gundam Elfriths or your Rick Diaz's, and this helps protect against Zaku 2 if it tries to destroy an EX base immediately. But yeah, that's the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, remember the changes. You can get rid of this. You can take out 1 Gundam Area Rebuild, add a Fairac, get rid of these Aegis Gundams, and put in the other Aegis Gundam for late game. But besides that, love the deck. Happy I won a local with it. And let's go to the outro. Woohoo! And that's going to be all for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching as usual. Let me know if you guys are interested in seeing me review like any of the new cards at all. If you're interested in that, I'll gladly do that because I think they're kind of neat. They're definitely slowly getting to making really good cards again. Because the first set was just absurd. They just didn't know what they were doing. So unfortunately, a lot of cards like Armoro and like Wing Gundam Zero and all that stuff like are just absurdly overpowered, and we have to keep dealing with them over and over again. But these next couple ones, I'm excited. They look like they're like finally like, fuck it, just drop some broken shit. So I'm excited for that. I have one more deck list. I'll show it off after I go to my new type challenge. It's going to be on Sunday. So I'm excited to do that. And once I get there, I'm going to try it out. I've been practicing this deck nonstop. And I'm excited to see how it does against all these other matchups. But, yep. So that'll be my next video. But that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys dealing with all this change, as usual. But that'll be all for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get to 1,000 subs. Right on Tyler, the Creator's face. Right there. Yeah. But, yep. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is going to be Shampoo. Getting out of here. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.